My perfectionism had gotten so bad that I wasn't able to. I literally would spend like a week on one verse. That's embarrassing to say. Sometimes I'm more of a perfectionist than I am a creative, and that's a problem. So I'm fixing it by, okay, this thing on. Today is my first day announcing and moving forward with the fact that I'm going to be putting out an album's worth of music by September. Yeah, I just said that out loud. Okay, now I gotta. By September, I'm gonna be putting out at least 8 songs, in an album form, but mostly they're gonna drop as singles. And when that drops, my clothing line, ABBA and Me, my brand ABBA and Me, which I've launched twice before, I'm gonna relaunch at the same time with one new hoodie as a centerpiece of the entire brand experience. This is me finally exhaling everything that I've been sitting on after being frustrated for years of working on too many things at one time. I've been gifted with so many talents that I genuinely enjoyed that at one point I was doing too much that I wasn't able to bring anything to completion. So last year, I said, you know what? I'm going to stop everything. I'm going to stop ABBA and Me because it was my second launch. It wasn't going well. I had ran out of marketing money again. And I'm like, okay, I just want to be able to share my art via fashion with people. And I can't reach those people right now. So I dug deep. And, my wife was just like, why don't you just do singing for like 30 days? Just do one thing. So as I was doing singing, I wound up getting into a feature film that had me singing and acting. And that pretty much shut off my acting career last year, this time in May 2025. I starred in my first feature film as the lead, and I was on the soundtrack. It hasn't come out yet. Don't ask me when it's coming out because I don't know when it's coming out. I'm just working as if I never did it at this point. And that's no shade to the movie itself. I just don't know when it's coming out. Along with that, I did so many other things within the past year. I starred in a new Amazon well, not starred. I featured. I had a few liners. So I went from like lead feature film soundtrack to like, yeah, I got 2 lines and they funny, and then I leave the scene. And that's just how it is. I was just getting my feet wet. I was just getting in the community of actors and creatives and directors, and um, I was committed to just the community, the craft. From May until January, I got like 3 or 4 commercials. I started in like 4 or 5 short films. Um, it was a really, really good year of just focusing on one thing. So now that one thing is at least running, right? I want to go after the other targets. I want to go after the dream that didn't get a chance to finish dreaming. I'm going to be relaunching ABBA and Me alongside an album, alongside music more so. So, as of yesterday was my first day being able to finish a song within a reasonable amount of time. I spent like months on like one song. That's how bad it's got. My perfectionism had gotten so bad that I wasn't able to. I literally would spend like a week on one verse. That's embarrassing to say because I was just on a trip with one of my best friends, and he told me that he would do like he could do like 3 songs in one day, or at least a song a day. So realizing how bad my perfectionism had gotten is a part of this process of just exhaling, letting it flow, and getting it out there. I'm just getting it out there, guys. Look, I'm just a creative, and a lot of people don't even know how creative I am because I'm more of a perfectionist than I am creative. Sometimes I am that. I am that. Sometimes I'm more of a perfectionist than I am a creative, and that's a problem. So I'm fixing it by jumping into the creativeness full force with the public and accountability, which I hate because I don't really like social media. But that's how the people do the do's these days. They do the social medias. Can I go back to when newspapers were around and all that to say? Today is my second day. I'm gonna go into that closet right there. Pause. Is my studio, my at home studio, and I'm going to be making the second song of the album. But again, I'm going to be releasing these things with visuals as singles for the next few months. I haven't picked out which ones are just going to be on the album yet. I'm just announcing what I'm doing because I'm just bad at that. And that was the thing that I did bad the first time. When I first launched ABBA, I did all of this work behind the scenes, like a year's worth of researching how to sew, how to communicate with manufacturers, finding the manufacturers, spending money, making mistakes with manufacturers, designing, hiring designers, firing designers, hiring interns, firing interns, all the way up until my very launch, and I didn't post any of it, none. So I'm gonna be posting a lot. I'm going to be posting even when I don't have anything to show you because apparently that's a part of the process. Who wants to see that? We do because I like to see it in people too, but I hate to show it. So today's the second day that I'm revealing. Today's the second day where I'm actively working towards this. And by the end of June, I plan to get you at least one single with a visual. And if I don't, you have the right to block me, flood me, whatever you want to do. Just don't harass me or physically harm me. It shows that you care. Today on the agenda, I have the second song on the album, which is Genius. I'm going to be finishing up a vocal for the first track on the album, which is Leaving and Landing, which I'm now going to be renaming Leaving and Crashing. Look, Crashing and Landing. We'll see. And also, there's a skew of other things that I need to do. There wound up being an audition that came in through my agent that I had to finish. And then also I had to get back to my tech pack designer for my clothing because we're in the middle of designing and creating the tech pack that we need for the manufacturer. I'll explain what that is in a moment. But yeah, I need to get that done as well. So join me on this journey of the multiplicity of things it takes in order to do a clothing drop and a music drop while also being an actor. What the hell? Why did I decide to do this? And if I haven't introduced myself, my name is Taijun Waters, and I am a singer, actor, producer for myself, illustrator, writer. Haven't released that yet. A fashion designer, founder of ABBA and Me, missionary for juveniles, soon to be, and also I have a history of working in IT startups and also anti-human sex trafficking for children specifically. I've gone to almost every foster care home in Illinois, speaking to kids about trafficking prevention and exploitation and how to stay away from it, and also how to handle yourself within a world that likes to exploit weaknesses, but also how to make room for them. And that's kind of where I want to zone in. Like, I feel like that's my calling. I want to be so vulnerable. I want to connect with people over vulnerability and identity. Like that's what most of our life surrounds around. It's love. Love is the anchor of everything. Whether you believe in God or not, we are driven by love, and love wants us to share, it wants us to open up. It drives us into pain. And when we hold back pain, when we hold back connecting, that is when we run into problems. That is when we stop growing. And when we don't share pain, when we don't share testimony of what God has done, that also creates stagnancy and us being able to learn from what we have gone through. So, today I'm going to get in the booth. It's going to be a good time. I'm going to finish this song today. I already have the demo finished. And maybe I'll share a snippet, me singing live or something like that. Okay, let's do the damn thing. Sorry for Christians who don't like cursing. Welcome to my humble abode. This is where the magic happens, okay? Or more so where the blessing happens, because we don't believe in magic. Um so to like I said, I'm gonna be finishing up a starting vocal for leaving and landing. And then we're gonna move on to a song called "The Genius." Um, so "Leaving and Landing" is a song that I made that is primarily about all the things that I leave behind. I have a habit of leaving things behind. Like that's just I leave things everywhere. It's been a lifelong problem. And going a bit deeper into that issue, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, what that means, what that's like, and what does that mean for me now? So this is at the very start of the album, and that's intentional because I want people to be able to visually see myself and also feel themselves, feel invited to leave behind some things as we venture together into some of the topics that we're going to discuss that will ultimately be about our hearts, the Lord, and our community. So here we go. What does it take to be kind to myself? What does it take? What does it take to be kind to myself? What does it take? What does it take? Ooh, Jesus. Okay, I think I'm done with leaving and landing. Got some levels I need to do, stuff like that, labeling, but altogether, that is done. Okay. Next song, Genius. Genius is about speaking at the spiritual political paradigm that we live in, and pointing out the evil in it and how genius it really is.
Just look at me, so happy go luckily, planning my day so gallantly and not realizing that life would happen. Yeah, so I didn't get a chance to actually record the Genius too much because my Logic Pro, which is what I do my music on, it crashed and I lost a main vocal for a chorus. And I had to spend a few hours on that. So let this be a lesson that nothing ever goes the way it's supposed to, and this it'll eat your heart out. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to bring my phone out because I was so invested in fixing that problem. So I'll get better at that because.
I also have to get back to my. I hired a person to design a tech pack for me. For those who are not in fashion, the tech pack is what you put together, like the measurements, the sizes, the colors, the fabrics, everything that has to do with your garments, so that when you give it to a manufacturer, there's no guessing about any square inch or centimeter about the entire garment. Everything is figured out. They just have to put it together. It's an instruction manual, if you will, for how to put together any clothing article. So I had a tech pack designer put together a tech pack, and there's a few things I need to get back to them about. So I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go. So I have to do that. I think I'm gonna finish doing music because I'm in a mojo right now. So I just made a song that I just made a song that sounds like the song that a movie plays when it's a timepiece, like it's a movie that's based in the 1990s, and
Okay. I know what you're thinking because this definitely is not the song that I set out to record at this very moment. And you're probably thinking, like, this guy can't keep his head on straight to save himself. Like, why do I need to subscribe and like continue to be on this journey with this person who can't even record the song they set out to record like a second ago? Look, I promise this song is gonna probably be on the project. Just stick with me. Creators create. I was in the zone, okay, and it just flowed out. All right. I promise you, we will get done what we said to get done.
We gon' find a way. Hey, no matter what they say, we gon' find a way. Yeah, no matter what they say, no matter what they say.
Like I was saying, I didn't get a chance to finish my task for recording the Genius because of the technical issue that happened with Logic Pro. And then my wife came home, we had dinner, and I had an audition. So that's me doing my jail post for the audition. And then I had to work on my clothing, my hoodies. And don't these look dope, right? Don't these colors look so dope? So I'll probably post these on my Instagram to see which colors pop the most. Spent like from 12 a.m. to like 4 a.m. just sorting through everything mentally. All right. And this is day 2.